Filip Stojic, and I'm a student from Prima International School of Belgrade. And then this is my sales pitch for my A-level Media Studies coursework for my short film, The Salesman. First of all, the production company that I've chosen to represent my film is Placebo Productions. First of all, Placebo Productions is known for its name, primarily due to the effect of placebo, which is there to intrigue the filmgoers into picking up more complex thoughts than the one-dimensional storytelling of Hollywood and go against the grain. And second of all, due to the feel-good effect, as they search for filmmakers who want to get more of an emotional than a logical response from their audience members. Then I have chosen them because, first of all, they are pretty niche, so they want to break through into the short film industry, and they have already made a few student films, so they are reliable and experienced. And honestly, I think that they will be able to break through into the industry in a few years, so there is that. The synopsis for my short film is basically Bob is coming to, how do I put it, it's a rites of passage ritual for Bob, who is coming to the Bullet Ant Club neighborhood, which is a really difficult neighborhood to sell in, and he wants to gain the experience and gain acceptance from his boss and his co-workers. So therefore he aspires to make the sale. However, he's not very suited for the business world, and it's very difficult for him to move on, which we can see as he has gone through the whole neighborhood on his list, and he has not made a single sale yet. So the house that he comes to is his last chance, last house, and therefore that is where the real plot kicks in when he meets Casey at the house, like a huge twist of events. The mood board for my film represents a few ideas that the film will be focusing on. First of all is the change of Bob, as he's the main character. Right here, from here to here, that's approximately how he will look like. The story focuses on Bob. As you can see, first here, he's based on the character of Bob from the Big Kahuna, a rookie salesman who does not really know how things function in the corporate world, and does not really know how to make a professional and well-suited sales pitch. So therefore, he is the one getting tainted by the corporate world and manipulated by the customer instead of doing it the other way around. Let's see. Then there is the power struggle of Bob and Casey, male-female power struggle, which is the catalyst for the change of atmosphere and tone in the film, as the film goes from when their relationship becomes more dynamic, the film picks up in pace and hurries with the plot and just becomes more focused and decisive. Then the iPhones, amongst other things that you will see in the film, represent another important theme in the film, which is the theme which is the issues of contemporary society and its layers of superficiality and engrossment with the celebrity pop culture, and therefore ignoring the real social issues around us. For example, the iPhones. People, although they're much better, they are overpriced due to the markup of the brand quality, of the brand name, despite the not so great quality. However, people still ignore all of that and buy them despite knowing and being aware that they are made upon cheap labor in Asia. Then here, one of the main themes within the film is the power struggle between the common man and the corporation, and who holds all of the cards, which is of course the corporations. As you can see, Mr. Smith being the mastermind and in a way the puppet master behind the whole plot in the film, showing his misuse and abuse of power and for entertainment, which almost dehumanizes Bob. And it shows the corrupt values in today's society, as the regular people are not respected at all and are being abused for their labor. Oh yeah, and the office. The office represents the position of power, and as you can see, it's always in closed walls. It represents the pathetic and austere nature of living your whole life in the office and working there for minimum wage, which is a difficult life forced upon by today's society. Oops. One second. The target audience for my film is the younger people from 16 to 30 who are currently looking for employment yet do not want to be exploited by the workforce and corporations. It is not gender specific, it applies to all people who want to find their way in the corporate world, and well, even without the corporate world. And first of all, there is a genre which is comedy, which honestly attracts all demographics, and it is one of the most popular genres today in Hollywood and any domestic filmmaking scene. Then the narrative itself is again targets the younger people, as it warns them about the exploitations of the corporations and how they are not seen as valuable to them, while they will keep it using them. And it is also for a more experienced film-going crowd, as they will see beneath the superficial comedy of the film the underlying themes of power and exploitation that are present. The locations and characters. In scene 1 and 5, I will be using a regular office to show the nature of the film industry and to show the scenes with Mr. Smith and Bob. Scenes 2 and 4 will be outside in the suburban park, showing the contrast between the two scenes, and also showing the journey of Bob before he will just showing the journey of Bob. And scene 3 is where most of the action in the film takes place. It is within Casey's house living room, and that will be there to show Bob the true nature of the corporations, as we ultimately learn Casey works for Mr. Smith. As you can see, the characters: Bob, young, ambitious, not really able to find himself, but is attempting to make a quick buck in the corporate world. Casey is your typical shop girl. She wears the latest trends and is engrossed in the celebrity culture. And Mr. Smith is the middle-aged manager or boss who thinks too highly of himself and wishes to be acknowledged as the best person around, and is usually smug. Now the film treatment regarding the camera style. In order to make the audience connect and immerse with the story of Bob and follow his journey, first of all I will use a lot of handheld camera and therefore adhere to the codes and conventions of the mockumentary genre, as like a documentary we will be following around our subject. Also to make him more relatable and to allow the audience to empathize more with him, there will be a lot of over-the-shoulder and POV shots with Bob, so the audience can acknowledge his situation and what is going on. Close-ups and reaction shots will be more often in the second part of the film after the change of atmosphere from Casey, as there the film will increase in pace and speed up and become more dynamic and simply, I don't know, more entertaining to the audience, I guess. Then there will be a lot of medium, long shots throughout the film to avoid monotony in the telling of Bob's story, and also to help establish the character of Bob and those around him through the variety of shots. And there will be lastly the long shots to establish the new locations wherever Bob goes right away. Targeting the audience. First of all, I would like to target the audience through social media such as Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, as they're the most popular ways of and cheapest of promoting products in contemporary style. First of all, it is very acceptable and appealing to the target demographic, to the demographic of the target audience that I wish to affect, as they are all very technologically adept, and all of them have some sort of social media, so the film's trailer will be quickly shared throughout them. The ever-increasing use and reach, so I will be able to reach a lot of the target audience as well as a lot of the potential audience, which I didn't know could be interested but maybe is. And then creating my own website would be good, however it would only be good for a specific type of smaller audience, as it wouldn't be able to reach as many people as the social media is able to, so it is a more specific way, but it's a more limited way, as it does not have the exposure as the social media does. And lastly, another method I can use is leaflets. They're cheap to print and easy to distribute. However, they're also very often mistaken with poor quality and overlooked by the consumers. And lastly, there is the film distribution. As the main distribution, I will use a video platform, online video viewing platform such as YouTube, which allows me to access a great amount of potential audience due to the high usage of YouTube globally. And also there is the Vimeo, another video platform which is more specific and niche to the filmmakers, as they prefer that one due to it being because it is specific, it caters more to a specific type of audience that can critically judge their film, and therefore it allows them to break into the movie industry much faster and progress at a much faster pace. I will also post the video, the film, on social medias in order to have as much exposure and reach as much of the potential audience as I possibly can. And another way I will attempt to distribute the film is ask the local cinemas such as Usha Cineplex and Duckwood, instead of the commercials before the film, before the feature full-length movie, to show my film, which will last approximately 5 minutes. However, I would probably have to pay too high of a cost for that to be a realistic option. And another is through applying to short film festivals within the region, such as the Balkans Beyond the Border Short Film Festival, which will allow my film to gain exposure amongst short film fans and critics, so a more specific audience. This has been my pitch presentation, and thank you for watching.